Good morning, Lana Scott. Welcome back to the Lighthouse Tribe, guys. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. And thank you, Witch and Sith, for connecting people to me that are having similar experiences, believe it or not. I invite anyone to go look up in the comments to see if anyone else is also resonating with the memories from, goodness, ever since from when after this sickness, when I was down, and I'm still having downloads of memories that I haven't thought about since I'm having memories of when I was like walking outside my front yard when I was 2 years old. It's been really a wild ride. Other people are going through the same thing. And then someone, I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce this right, but Tomit Arsten Jake 50, TOMITRSTENJAK 50, commented and said that they also were having similar things where they've like gone into another, almost like a similar thing they've had where they repeated it with the same people, and the other people didn't even realize that they had repeated a small little reality frame, I guess I'll call that. So I think that maybe that's a way to explain some of it, is maybe some of us are going through altered states of reality where, like I was talking about, a memory coming through, or maybe like the memories that I'm having of my past life. I don't know if the angels are just trying to show me that I've been a good person, I've had a good life, or if they're trying to bring me messages from the past of things I realize that I've forgotten, right? Or whatever the case may be, but other people are going through it. So for someone else to say that they're also going, this person, Tom, did not call this a deja vu, but it sounds similar to one, but yet it sounds like it actually to me kind of sounds like an altered type of reality. So I went and grabbed my time traveler's deck to see what, and a couple of cards fell out that didn't feel right. So I shuffled the cards again and I got deliberation. So what I feel like they're telling me here is the messages that are coming in now for all the different people is to deliberately look at them and see what you feel the message might be. Like maybe it's something you need to remember, maybe a dream, a forgotten goal, a time in your life when you thought was really bad, but there were actually some good times they want you to see, something you learned, some piece of knowledge, maybe even from that time from another person that was said around you when you were too young to remember, that now they're bringing that memory back for you to remember something. Okay, so deliberately look at some of the things that you're experiencing. I mean, sit down and really look. Okay, I'm getting ready to start journaling again. I go through fits where I journal, then I don't journal. And I'm going to actually sit down with this and write down some of these old memories and see if there's a message there I'm supposed to remember now to help people now. Okay, so I actually had in mind a certain reading I was going to try to ask some questions of and do today, but now I'm just kind of like wanting to see about this alternate state of reality. Okay, so I've pulled out the Kyle Gray Gateway of Light activation deck. What kind of alternate states of reality, or what kind of doorways are you wanting us to look at? And we want to be deliberate about this. Sirius star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. Okay, so right there, that's a yes. That's, guys, it can't get no clearer than that. Yes, proceed. So the angels and ancestors are telling me to proceed with this. So is this going to resonate with everybody? I don't know. It's going to be up to the person and where you're at along your journey. So this feels like they're saying that, yes, there's some kind of alternate realities going on. Solar light upgrade. Guys, they've been talking a lot about solar light, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. But this feels like not so much your solar plexus, but it feels like this may be related to some of the suns. They're saying there's a lot of sunspot activity right now going on, which can interfere with a lot of different vibrational stuff here on the planet. Okay, and if anyone's been, those that have been around long enough that have seen my reading that I did about the ripple effect, about a symbol they kept showing me, I actually found something, and it's in my community page, where the scientific community said something about energy up higher up in the mountains that they've now given a name called the ripple effect. And I saw that 2 days after I did that reading, and it blew my mind. So I was tapping into something that they were telling me to tap into to explain some things. So y'all might want to go look at that ripple effect reading. Maybe some of you that are newer, go back and look at that and go, oh my God, that explains so much. I hope that it does. I hope that it helps someone. So maybe it's also something about the light codes right now, or the solar flares that are bringing in some kind of energy. I know they talk about the arcs about them sometimes. I'll have to go do research. And then the Hathor light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. So power recall, maybe some of those dreams or those little slashes of memory I'm getting, maybe for some of us, those are power recalls of when we had power and we didn't know it, or we gave it away. Or maybe now we're supposed to call in the energy from those past memories to remember who we used to be and to remember who we are now and where we're going. Does that make sense? That feels like these are all, look, upgrade, light. So deliberately look at that, guys, because I feel like there's a message in there for us, for humanity in general, for anyone that this resonates for. I know Witch and Sith has been talking a lot about that, and I scry at Steph. I really love these two gals. I love both of their readings. Steph has been pulling up some stuff on her scrolls that looks like, again, I'm going to say it again, that makes me think of Stranger Things, where they're on the other side, and I don't know if that's like the astral level or just pulling in energy from another reality. But it doesn't feel strange. Do you know what I'm saying? It feels like it's something that's trying to break free into our conscious mind from the depths of our beings. Maybe something humanity's forgotten about humanity's self that's in every little piece of us, or in that we all have a piece of. You know, because we all share that, right? We're all human. We're all conscious beings. We're all what's that other word they use to we all have oh God, ascension, not ascension like you're going up, but like we're ascended beings. We can think, and we can act, and we can change things around us. Is that the right word for it? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I know when I did a thing about the hospice nurses, they all came forward and said, yes, you're talking about hospice. And I couldn't remember the word hospice. Guys, I'm 61. You got to cut me a break here. But this feels like major upgrades and them wanting us to deliberately look at something. Okay? So, and here it is, the beginning of September, and we're getting ready to go back. I can't remember the date. Someone look it up for me, or I'll go look it up and talk about it in a later video. We're getting ready to go back into Capricorn, and I'm not really an astrologer, but I know during the meteor showers, I went out and looked at them, and I feel like some kind of knowledge came through, and maybe that's what some of these upgrades are about, is other star systems, the meteors bringing information, or the past memories coming to light of some kind of power you're supposed to recall for yourself, or just your whole inner your soul going through loads of new growth and being upgraded, ascending in some sort of way, which and Sith was talking about some of that, and I was just like, oh wow, you explained it better than I ever could have. But she's probably studied different subjects than me, and that's why her vocabulary is probably got a broader base than mine. So, and sometimes when you have a lot of good vocabulary and you've studied a lot of different subjects, you're better at explaining some things because you have the vocabulary, and I just don't have it. I have some of it, but not all of it. So this definitely feels like the stars talking to us, the energy changing, shifts of reality, especially if you, like Tom did, that went and talked to people and said, I went through this with you again, and they're going, what the hell are you talking about? And it was like on a different type of reality. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave that there. What else do you want to tell us? I'm feeling like I need to grab another deck. It feels like that's all they want to tell me on this, on the power deck and on that. Healing waters, work your light. The star seed. I'm going to grab the star seed first, and then I'll grab the healing waters and see if there's a message there. Make sense of this and pull some runes, guys. Again, this. Okay, so again, this feels like more puzzle pieces just coming to the forefront. Alternate realities. I don't know. Let me see what if anything wants to fall out here. Yep, one already fell out. What is this? The golden children. Oh my gosh. The inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Maybe this is remembering rare gifts that you had as a child that you've forgotten about, that are now being called, that are being upgraded to your conscious mind. Like maybe some of you will remember talking to animals. I remember when I was a kid and saw oh god, I want to say Doctor Who, but it wasn't Doctor Who, guys. The guy that used to talk to animals. Maybe maybe some of us are having some gifts come back up to the surface that have been hiding, waiting to come up for a certain time and place. I know every time I want to pull the every time I want to pull that deck out, I'm talking about other places, because I put down of another reading I was going to do, because they were talking about places and they kept telling me, no, not yet, no, not yet. Oh, I need to scoot this a bit. Sorry, guys. This place oracle, not today, they're saying, but at some point in the near future, they want me to pull this deck when a specific energy comes available or comes up. So this feels, so this, also with this, talking about this golden children, this doorway, see, this card came out yesterday too. Breath of the cosmos, the will to thy will. Okay, so thy will to thy will, that's like when, if you're a Christian and you're talking to God and you're just allowing it to come. So power recall, system upgrade, light immersion, willpower, inner fire, inner child. So maybe this is something on the inside that's been waiting to burst forth. And when it does, they want you to proceed with whatever that knowledge is that's been being held inside of you for however long. And that's why the deliberation card, because when it comes up, they want you to look at it and proceed from there. So maybe some of you are going to have some special gifts suddenly come up that you have always had, but you had when you were a child, but you forgot them as you grew. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what that feels like, a doorway. Oh, wow. A doorway coming up where something happening where you're going to feel the pull to go towards that. And again, this looks like the sun right here. And again, I'm picking up energy of with this, I'm picking up solar flares. Maybe a certain solar flare is going to come at a certain time that's going to unlock some memories for people on the planet when that energy hits the planet. That feels, yes. And again, we've got a doorway here on the Hathor light codes. We've got a doorway here. Doorway. I don't feel like gateway. I feel like doorway. Guys, this feels like something coming. This feels like something coming for some of us. I don't know if I have the vocabulary to... It feels like sitting still and letting it come to you. Okay, now they're saying runes. Hang on, guys. They're saying something about the runes. Which ones? I'm hearing the green, but I'm feeling the brown. So, let me see here, guys. Let me see if there's a message here for someone. So, is there a message here for some of those that that this may be making sense of? Now, this feels like 2-2. Okay, 2-2. So, this feels almost like a 2-2 message, guys, because we've got two cards. So, twos are beginnings, right? One is starting over. Well, 0, 1, starting over and starting to get into it. So I think some of you are getting ready to get some serious upgrades and memories of things you knew from when you were a child or a past life even. And it feels like the universe is supporting you along this way. And they're wanting you to, maybe we're remembering this for a reason. Again, like I said. Okay, it feels, okay. So Hagalaz, okay, so something happening, elemental disruption. Again, that goes along with the star energy, guys, because Hagalaz is elemental disruption. Something happening that feels really chaotic, but afterwards, you kind of like know it's for the best. You know what I'm saying? Mysteries becoming known. Wow. Okay, so something happening, mysteries becoming known to you, or maybe remembering something that wasn't a mystery, but it's something you remember. And the universe is just telling you to stand still and let it just flow over you. Let it flow. Let it flow. Yes, proceed. So this is going to be an affirmation or a confirmation for someone to proceed when this happens for you. Oh, my goodness. Look, guys, I just dropped those down, okay? And look, these actually came out in a row, but there's nothing on them. So the first one we get is spiritual warrior. And because it feels sideways, it feels like it's telling me that you may be getting ready to go on a new path or on a new journey headed in a new direction with maybe new gifts. And then becoming, and then whole communication with divinity. And there's only 2 there, guys. So 2, 2, 2, 2. So this is a 222 message. Okay. Yeah, something's getting ready to happen. Something's getting ready to happen. I can just feel it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're pointing out there's 6 points on this star. 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. Like frames of your life. Okay, does anyone remember? Okay, I'm 61, guys. Some of you aren't going to remember. When I was a kid, they had this little gizmo that you could look into and put these little cards into that had little pictures on them that told a story. And you would click it and the story would go down. For you older folks that know what I'm talking about, that little white thing you look through and put the little cards in, that's what this looks like. So this looks like pieces of information becoming available to you as you need it. I just did a reading about that, but this feels like you're going to be upgrades of information coming in, being called for a higher purpose, I'm hearing. Guys, this is totally fascinating to me. And they deliberately want you to look at it and then proceed with it in whatever way that your angels and ancestors. Okay, so here's a story. I always see these as ancestors and angels coming in to guide us, or spirit guides. So they're guiding you and wanting you to deliberately look at something and bring it forth with you. That is totally fascinating. Wow. Totally fascinating to me. What else here? Okay, so there's 5 runes here, but let's see. Gateway, pathway. Okay, let me get the ones out that have no message on them. This one is sideways, so I don't know if it applies or not. Let me see how it looks. So we've got a gateway here. We've got crossing boundaries, weight, strength, new partnership. So, and there's 5 of them. So, guys, this feels like a door opening up, releasing something from the past. Again, maybe looking at the little sparks I've been getting of the dream things. Maybe waiting for a certain information to come in. Okay? Non-movement until you get it. Going through a new doorway and then coming. Maybe some new spirit guides are coming in to help with this. New gifts, new. Guys, this feels like a doorway opens. And then things kind of, you cross some kind of boundary and then you wait, okay? Because you've got all this new information and stuff coming in, and it brings you a new strength and a new partnership or some kind of new something with the divine, okay? It just doesn't feel like this isn't going to resonate for everybody. It feels like this is one of those collective groups. And it's a 222 message, guys, because I got 2, 2, 2, 2. 4 2s, and then 5. Guys, this feels like something that's starting to grow. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe, but just waiting for them to show you whatever it is. The golden children, inner child, innocence, rare gifts. Guys, this just feels like some kind of rare gifts coming in that, okay, so they're showing me a really blonde haired girl, like being from another planet. But it feels like she's getting, I see it so clear in my head, she's getting pictures of the future, but she can't change anything about it. She's just observing it. Some kind of watcher. But when the time comes, some kind of gift that she has is going to help people with something. Higher conscious mind, lighting up. Guys, I'm trying to... alchemy, I'm hearing. Us, humanity going through some kind of new alchemy. Ascension, I'm hearing. The higher realms. Waking up. Seeing it on the astral level or in the dream state, and then it coming true on the physical plane of existence in the future of something that you've forgotten. Does that make sense? Rare gifts coming into form. Oh, what? Okay, so they just said something like Okay, guys, this is weird. So they're showing me some people today being part of a lineage of their children or grandchildren. And I've gotten this message before, but it's been a long time. I got it earlier this year or late last year about people having children who have these rare gifts, the indigo children. Some of their gifts coming into being, and then once those gifts come to the forefront, then their children come to get some of it too. I don't know. I can't see. I mean, I can see the woman clear, but she seems really young. But it feels like she's someone else's child who this message is for. Does that make sense? Like your grandchildren or something. But you're going to see it. Some of you are going to see it play out in the next generation. And you're going to be there to help guide them to use those gifts the right way. Because of what you're going through now. Okay, I've never gotten that message before. Something sort of... So this is a different type of people in the future. But it's in your DNA is what it feels like. It feels like in your DNA that's going to pop loose in the other ones going into the future. And they're going to be called the golden children, or the light children, or the children of the light, or something like that. Oh, that is strange. Okay, no, these, okay. Okay, hang on, guys. No, work your... Okay, so they're saying something about the work your light deck and the, and right on the bottom of this right away, guys, I pull the deck out of the healing waters into the unknown. So, underworld, death, courage, facing your fears. So, this feels like help, some people coming forth to help the next generation realize that there's nothing to be scared of. I'm going to pull that out here just as an energy card, because it feels like it's relative. But I'm going to leave it right here. This card always pulls me into the depths. It always pulls me down into this, into the unknown of not knowing, but yet knowing it in some kind of way. Guys, it's within us, they're saying. Let me, okay. The well maidens, kindness, respect, reverence, compassion. So this again feels like the ones that are going to be guiding these. They're telling me to put it here. So these well maidens are the ones today, and guy, female, it doesn't matter. It's the energy, and you're going to be to help be leading these ones in the future. They're saying I won't be here to see that. Cosmic ocean fell out. Current dreams, but future realities and new beginnings. So again, they're talking about another reality, guys. Another reality. It's starting here, but it shifts and changes in the future with these golden children. And there will be people there to lead them and guide them. Some kind of energy coming from the heavens. And in the DNA, star seeds, I'm hearing. What's this other one? Again, so the pink dolphin, celebration. So celebrate it with an open heart. However you feel this and take this in. And then Lady of the Lake, Queen of Swords, new beginnings. Something's about to happen. So guys, some kind of new reality, some kind of new energy is coming in where people, those of you today that have leadership abilities are meant to guide these ones in the future. Okay, an enlightened race, they're saying. As I pick up, it's like I hear these little echoes in my head when I pull the readings of these little energies come in, and then they sometimes get a word, or I get a word or a name right away to associate with it. Other times I just get the energy and have to fuddle my way through it. But they're saying an enlightened race in the future being guided by those of today. So this is something going into the future, and they were saying something about 60 years, but y'all know how I feel about when they give me years. So many variables in the future, but it feels like it's very deliberate. Some of you are going to get this information through these light codes, and you're just meant to hold on to it to help those in the future. The enlightened race, the word race is not feeling right, but that's what it feels like. It's like the ones in the future plunge, and then again, this just like this one right here. Yes, go through it, push through. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in, plunge through. So some of you may be getting some messages during these pop-up memories or these alternate realities that you're popping in and out of, and you're meant to use that energy or whatever message comes through for you in that reality, in that energy frame of that whatever's popping through. Whatever it is that you think you don't know, you know it, and you're going to be holding it for into the future. Some of you may be getting glimpses. Okay, some of you, they've already told you this in the past, they're saying. For some of you that have had the same spirit guides forever, okay, through many lifetimes, they're wanting you to, when this information pops up there, which is whatever kind of, however it's leading you, they want you to hold it because you're going to need it in the future for these others, for this enlightened, guys, take it how it comes in for you, okay? I'm just the messenger here, okay? What else? Wow, guys, this is totally fascinating to me. Plunge in, be deliberate. You're meant to be a guide. You're meant to be a teacher for these others in the future. Ascension, now for the future. Oh, that one tried to jump. The Water Oracle, psychic abilities, acting on visions, it's destined. So some of you may be getting psychic visions along with all this. And you are meant to use those visions, or maybe some of you, oh, Tom, that may be what that is for you. Maybe you're having a vision of the future of in another reality or timeline where you're getting these other people, or maybe you're getting this on the astral level, okay? And it's meant to be some kind of a vision for you. This is now suddenly feeling like a more personal reading for some of you. So, okay. Okay, so guys, something else too. Okay, water is a very psychic thing, okay? A lot of us, you know, your body is 90% water. So some of you, I feel like, have these psychic abilities that just haven't come to, maybe some of you, they haven't come quite to the forefront yet, okay? But it's something about the water, they're saying. Because we've got Lady of the Lake, the Water Oracle, plunge into it. On the psychic level, in the dream state. Something about the water. Drink lots of water, guys. They're saying there's messages in the water. Maybe keeping your cells hydrated is going to help bring these bring memories through. I know while I was sick, I was drinking a buttload of water. I mean, I kept getting up and drinking more water, going to the bathroom, trying to keep hydrated. There's something trying to come forth through the water, or the water in our bodies, or something like that. Through doorways. Acting on visions, it's destined. Some kind of visions coming through. Being deliberate about it. Don't be scared. Into the unknown. They're saying, do not be scared. Have courage. Face whatever. Maybe this is gaining in your strength by facing some things that maybe some of you are getting visions that are kind of making you nervous because you're not sure what they are, and they're actually visions or psychic abilities starting to come through. That you're meant to help these people in the future. Or maybe you're meant to help yourself. Maybe some of you are younger and you're these golden children. Way of the mystic. Learn through experience and depth. So see, again, we keep getting deep. Dive in. Again, guys, dive in. Look, all of these. Dive in. Lady of the Lake. Something about water, guys. And it feels like it's coming through in some kind of way. Okay, so they keep pointing out the end of the unknown. Some of you, I think, are going to be getting visions. They're suggesting that you journal any kind of visions or psychic abilities that you're picking up, even if just you... Okay, so they're showing me somebody journaling and just writing down words that are popping into their mind. Write down those words, because somewhere in the future, they're going to connect you to some kind of energy that you have within you, or that's meant to lead you, guide you some kind of way. Plunge in. Don't hold back. Don't be scared. Your spirit guides are leading the way. They're coming to you to help you. Be deliberate. No limit. No limitations. Just jump in with both feet. Work your light. Let me grab a couple of cards from here, guys, because it just feels like there's... I always shuffle my cards before I put them back in the deck. Okay, so I never know what's on the bottom. So that's one reason why I'm showing y'all the bottom cards when I'm pulling them out. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. So this feels like that there's a new group, or people are some people are going through some kind of DNA memories or something like that, where creating this new something for the future. Take that, guys. Just again, you look through these. You look and see what is coming through for you, how this is making you feel. Maybe go back and look at this video again if you've had anything pop into your head, okay, while you were looking at it, or you felt some kind of strong emotion, and write some words down about this, because this feels like this is some messages for quite a few of you. Something's crumbling. What are you clinging to? Again, into the unknown, facing your fears. Some of you might be having some fears come to the future that you didn't know that you had, that they're wanting you to figure out what it is, deliberately look at it so you can heal it, get rid of it, write it down on a piece of paper and burn it. That's my favorite thing. I do that all the time. Write it on a piece of paper, set it on fire, throw the ashes to the wind, make sure they're all out. Don't set nothing on fire. North California, you know, we have a lot of, we've had a couple of fires this year already. So, guys, they're telling me a couple of you are going to get messages out of this that are not even anything I've said. They said you're going to be activated by some of these cards. The ever-unfolding rose. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Something's coming, guys. Something's getting ready to happen, and they're wanting you to proceed. However you interpret this message for yourself, take that knowledge and go into the future with it, because it's meant to crack something open for you. That's the message we're getting. You know what? I'm going to stop right there. Guys, on the bottom of the deck, Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. And that's what I was just saying right here about the spirit guides. So something's happening in the upper realms, guys, that they're trying to bring to light. So don't be scared. Get unplugged from everything. Do some deeper meditations. Go from the microchism and macrochism. Guys, just open up your mind and let whatever come in is going to come in that is meant to help guide you for the future. That's either to make you a leader, an elder, even if you're just an elder and your own guide, okay? Let it all guide you to wherever we are going. Guys, I think this is an awesome read. I'm going to leave it right here. It feels like this is a 2-2-2-2 message, and I'm going to have to go look that up. But with having this Lao Tazu China guy and the Council of Light, see how everything's lining up on that card? Things are lining up for something to be coming to the forefront, guys. That's meant to help a group of us in some sort of way. Another reality or something. Just take it how it comes in for you. I would love to hear y'all's comments on this. Wow, this is huge. Fascinating. Totally fascinating. Wow. A 2-2-2-2 message, guys. I'm going to have to go look that up. Be a light in the darkness. You're meant to shine. Lighthouse.